Hi guys, just Joey here. Tonight I'm off out singing with the band that I'm in, and I decided to do a little bit more of a full-on eye makeup today. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try the trend that is at the moment, which is blue eyeliner. So I've actually put some blue eyeliner along the bottom of my eyes and a nice little cat eye. So I hope you enjoy seeing this. Let's rewind and you'll see me without any makeup on at the beginning. Bye! So I've primed my skin with a little bit of Ombre Elise moisturiser, but you can use any moisturiser or primer if you need it. And I'm going to be using the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation with a damp beauty blender sponge. Apologies, I've used this before. This technique really does give a smooth finish. If you have slightly bumpy skin or, like me, dry skin, it does seem to really work. It doesn't push it into the pores, so it actually hides them. So if you have large pores, this might be the technique for you. So I've done my base. I'm not going to do my concealer now because we're going to put very strong eyes on and I don't want it all to drop down and make that all muddy. So we'll do that afterwards. What I'm going to be doing now is doing my eyebrows, and I want those to be nice and strong because I'm going to be in some lighting and on stage, and possibly if you're going out, even if you're not in lighting and on the stage, if you're having photos taken, you might want to darken up your eyebrows for that so that they look nice and strong. I have learnt to like quite strong brow. I didn't at the beginning, funnily enough. I was very into natural brows, but I've got more and more into it. And I'm using, as usual, my Charlotte Tilbury eye stick. The colour is called Grace. There we go. So I've made them dark enough. And now I'm going to put a little bit of the Rimmel Brow Drama through it just to keep them in place. So I'm going to go straight in with the eyes now. So what I've got in front of me are a few different things. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use until I've started, but I've got a Barry M Kohl pencil that's in blue. I've got another one in a darker blue colour, again from Barry M, because they're so cheap and they're so good there. And same thing, Barry M, but in gold. I also have the Ico Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in blue. So I might give that a try because I haven't tried that yet and I've only had it recently. But what I thought would go quite nicely against blue would be a nice sort of orangey copper tone. And I have this MAC paint pot, and the colour is called Rubenesque. And I think I'm going to give that a try. So seeing as paint pots are excellent primers for your lids, whatever colour you have, I'm going to pop that onto my lids now, just with my finger, dabbing. And this one gives a really nice sort of, well, I suppose it's a rose gold sort of colour on the actual lid. It looks quite orangey in the bottle, but it's more sort of rose gold. And I want to pack it on. I want a really thick, bold colour on that lid. So that when I blink, that really notices. So I've put the paint pot on both eyelids now, and at the moment it doesn't really look anything great. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of a gold eyeshadow, and I've got sort of two down here, one sort of rose gold and one's gold, which I depotted into one of my uni palettes. And I've talked about these on my travelling with makeup video, so if you're interested, go and have a look at them. They're really fantastic. So I'm just going to grab a brush and we will pop some of the gold, I think, on top of this paint pot. And I think what I'm doing is just putting the eyeshadow colour over my lids and not pushing it up, so that it actually looks almost like I've got two colours on now. So that should stay put all night with the paint pot underneath and the eyeshadow on the top. So I have golden coloured eyelids at the moment. Now the way to pull all this together is actually to put a bit of a dark colour then around the eyes. So what I'm going to do is use a mixture of the colours that I showed you earlier. I think I'm going to start with the dark blue colour on my inner rim. I'm going to run that around. There we go, and it'll just make the eyelashes appear thicker as well. And then what I'm going to try and do is draw a line along the top. Now, I'm not great at eyeliner, so it is a little bit of a trial and error thing, so let's see how I get along. Actually, it's coming out quite nicely out of this sort of felt tip pen end. does seem to make it relatively simple, if not exactly simple. Now I'm going to try and do a little bit of a cat flick. Now this might be a disaster, we'll see. What I'm going to do is put a dot where I think the flick should end, about there, and then join that up, and we shall see if it comes together. I think the actual flick needs to be further out, looking at it now. So you just have to keep sort of dabbing and working on it, as far as I know. And everybody says practice makes perfect, but I don't do it very often, so. Hi again. So after a lot of faffing around, I've managed to get a somewhat even cat eye on both sides. I've made it quite a large cat eye because obviously I'm going to be on a stage. So if you were doing it in real life, literally you could just tone down the eyeliner and make it a more smudgy eyeliner if you wanted. So having a little look at my eyes, what I've decided is I need a little bit of definition in the crease to make this look better. So I'm going to use a mixture of two brown colours, a dark brown and this one here, which aren't too sparkly or shimmery. Whenever you're doing crease work, you always want to try to use a mattish colour because it's just not natural. You don't actually want to draw attention to that bit sticking out. You actually want it to sort of go backwards. So what I'm going to do is look forward and then just dab that darker colour along the top sort of saggy bit of my eyelid. Now, if you don't have that bit, obviously you can then just put it wherever your crease is, but on my eyes that bit comes forward, so I need to make that a little bit darker. So then we just blend in, and this is a MAC 217 brush that I'm using at the moment. That's that, and I think what I'm going to do to make the eyes really pop is to use this really bright blue as my eyeliner, inner eyeliner on the bottom eye. So let's try putting some of that on and see how it looks. It's actually not coming out too strong. It's almost like a pale blue on the lower waterline. So I think what I'll do is I'll let that dry off a little bit, and before I go I'll pop another layer on, and just to make sure that that hit is really there. There we go. That's all right. And then I'm going to put my concealers on now. So I've got a bit of the Dermablend concealer stick in Opal. I really like using this because it is pretty serious stuff, but it doesn't seem to crease if you don't put too much on. It does cover bags quite well. It can be a little drying, but it's actually pretty good. So I'm just going to dab a little bit more on those pesky bags and neaten up that corner where the flick is. I don't have any bags there as well. And then I need to put something over the top of this that will brighten so that we don't have any dark colouring underneath the eyes. So what I'm going to be using is a bit of Wake Me Up concealer. I like this because it is slightly pinky toned, so it gets rid of any blueness that is under your eye. And obviously if you're using blue eyeshadow, you don't want to have anything bluey in your skin tone underneath your eye. Okay, so I've finished with my eyes for now, and I've done my concealer. Now I need to do a bit of contouring, and because I'm going out and it's a bit of a dramatic night, I'm going to make a bit more of a statement with the contouring than I normally would. So I'm going to be using a depotted Benefit Hoola, which is that one, the brown, because it's a really good shade. It's not too orangey and it's matte. So I'm going to get that onto one of my Real Techniques brushes and pop it on in quite a thick stripe for the moment. It might look really scary, but it blends out, don't worry. And we're going to put a little bit along the top hairline. I say a little, it looks like I'm painting on a town, doesn't it? But you don't want to come any further forward really than the edge of your eyes. If you come too far forward, it doesn't look very real. And then just start blending. So I'm blending, blending, blending. I'm coming round, blending on the top, and I will probably in a minute choose to change brushes as well and use another one that I've got that I use for blending, which is a dual fibre one. That's this one, dual fibre, so that it actually really helps with the blending process. There we go. And this did actually have a little bit of the mineralised skin finish on it. So I'm just keeping an eye on this in the real lighting. I'm not quite sure if it's looking too much on the camera lighting, but in real life it's blending right out and making me look like I've got some cheekbones. There we go, and you can always add a bit more if you want to. If I can find my brush, there we go. Add a little bit more, I think, on this side. There we go. There we go, so it's all blended out. I think I am going to use a little bit of the Benefit, I can't remember what the blush name is now, but it's the pink one here at the end. It's got a slight shimmer in it, which is quite nice. So I'm going to use the same duo fibre brush for that. Just add a little bit of pinkiness onto my cheeks. Nothing too crazy. Don't want it to be too pink today. There we go, that should do. And then I've got to decide on what to do with my lips. I'm going to go and look at some lipsticks and I'll come back to you. Right, so I've had a look at my lipsticks and I've decided to go for quite a nudie lip, which will hopefully make the cut eye look a little bit 60s-ish. I'm going to use, first of all, this is the, I think it's L'Oreal, is this? Collection Privé, and it's called Cheryl's Nude. And it's a sort of nice nudie pinky colour. And it's quite nice on its own, but it gives quite a, it's not completely matte, but matte-ish look. And I'm actually going to use it almost as a base so that it lasts longer. So that's the lipstick on its own, which is just nice, yeah. But I'm going to use a little bit of the L'Oreal liquid lipsticks, and this one is number 601 and it's called Nude Ballet. And it just adds a little bit more gloss. To finish off, I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter, and this is from a Sleek Faceform Contour and Blush palette. I'm going to be using the highlighter in the middle there. In fact, I could have used both of these items. I'm just going to put it on the tops of my cheeks, literally where it comes around, and just create a slight C shape around the eye. I'm also going to just put a little bit on the section that is underneath my eyebrows, so that stands out, and you can put a little dot in the middle of your nose. Don't come to the end. That's a trick to make your nose look a little bit shorter. A little bit on the top of my lips, and I think I'm there. I think that will do. Just need to put some mascara on now, and I'm going to use the Kiko, what's it called, Super Colour Mascara. I haven't got any blue mascara, and that's what I'd really like to put on, but I haven't got any. So I'm going to use this one, and it's a really nice sort of purpley colour, and I think that'll look quite good. And it also lasts a long time, this mascara. It's a really excellent find, actually. Tell me, who can put mascara on out there without pulling a crazy face? It is pretty damn difficult. Go on that eye. Lovely. So I think that's done for me tonight. So that's my blue cat eye. I hope you like watching it. I'll come nearer so you can see. So I've got the light blue on the bottom here and blue on the top. And I will be taking out with me both of my eyeliners, just in case I want to add a little bit more. Probably my mascara as well. And I think that's me done for the night. So I'm going to go and get my hair and outfit on, and I should hopefully have a nice evening with my band. I hope you guys try a little bit of blue out there. Let me know if it works for you. Please subscribe, like, and everything else if you like what you've seen. And I'll see you next time. Bye!